will hopefully be going live any second. These countdowns never matter because you can't consistently guess when the buffering is gonna finish.
Yeah.
So it looks like we have.
There it is.
Back again.
Alright. Yeah, welcome back to another episode of Shenanimegans.
Yeah.
Season 6, Episode 6.
Can't believe we've been doing this for so long now. Damn.
Yeah. It's good. It's good stuff.
We're uncancelable because we don't have anything better to do.
Yeah.
We'll find a way. We'll find a day. It'll happen. Yeah. That would be such a good slogan for someone. We'll find a way. We'll find a day. God damn.
Yeah, that is good.
I'm a genius. Let's go. Alright.
Seriously. Alright, so just want to get right into it, get right into our news, because we actually have a couple things this week.
Yeah, I bet you're excited for this first one here.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, Sentai announced that they're doing some dubs for Girls Last Tour, Land of the Lustrous, Mitsubishi Colors, and Just Because. Yeah.
Which also means they're all getting physical releases.
Oh, yeah, that is good.
I really hope Land of the Lustrous gets a deluxe box set.
Oh, yeah.
I can't see it not, but it's always questionable because of some of these did come from Amazon's anime strike, so not knowing what sort of deals to get them over into Sentai happens. So.
Yeah.
But this also means they're all going to stream over on High Dive as well.
Oh, that's good.
I believe the first episode of the Made in Abyss dub might have just aired on High Dive. I know some of the ones that were Amazon only, Amazon Strike, are now over on High Dive.
Yeah.
That's nice. Fuck Anime Strike, fuck Amazon.
Yeah. Yeah, I really hope that Land of the Lustrous is going to be a nice release. Hopefully. Fingers crossed.
I could see both Land of the Lustrous and Girls Last Tour getting a good release. Like I could see Girls Last Tour getting something where it like comes with like fake empty shells, or like being like the case be like a ration packet or something cool like that.
Yeah, that would be good.
I don't think Mitsubishi Colors or Just Because have a chance of getting a like limited box set, but you never know.
Yeah. Or if they did, it would probably just be something kind of basic. Nothing super intricate.
I'm really curious what they're going to do for Land of the Lustrous, pronoun-wise.
Yeah.
Because hopefully, I mean, I think if they consulted the creators, it'd probably end up something gender neutral. It'd be really cool if they just went the whole way, like they, them, and like the characters' names, because I believe the way the manga does it almost exclusively just uses the characters' names. And it's completely gender neutral, except I think for the flesh people. And Sensei. I think. Actually, Sensei, I think they only ever refer to as Sensei. I don't think they ever use he.
I think you're right. I don't think they use he, him for Sensei occasionally.
Maybe. I think they do in the anime. In the anime, they all use masculine pronouns, but that's also... Japan doesn't really have any gender neutral only pronouns with the way the language works. I believe there's one, but it's like super strict business casual, which would not work for all the characters to use.
Yeah.
So,
So yeah, I am looking forward to that. I'll rewatch Land of the Lustrous with a dub. Sure. That show's good.
I really need to finish it and catch up on the manga, and then I need to finish Girls Last Tour as well.
Oh, that's also really good. Yeah. Those are two good shows.
They're both fantastic, and here I am watching trash instead. I have this bad habit when I watch something really good. Sometimes, most of the time when I'm in the mood to watch anime, I just want to kill time. I don't want to pay attention. And because I know the shows are good, I want to watch them when I really want something I can pay attention to and stuff. Yeah. So I end up just watching trash instead, because like I don't want to pay attention to this right now. I'll fucking throw on like Chivalry of a Failed Knight or some garbage.
Yeah. It's like you want to save that good stuff for when you're ready to like sit down and focus on it.
Yeah, like binge and stuff. I want to get a real big TV for my room. so I can lay back in bed. Because I find I especially have trouble focusing if I'm like on my computer and have the internet.
Oh yeah.
I tried to set up so I could watch from bed and not have to deal with that, but my eyesight's gotten a lot worse than I expected, so I need to get glasses if I want to do that, or a bigger monitor.
Mm.
So that's unfortunate, but...
Yeah. Well, on the upside, at least glasses, you can get some cute glasses.
I know, well... I've been trying to find, like, under rim or underlie or whatever they call it, like, the super weeby ones that don't have the rim on the top.
Yeah.
Been trying to find those in red. It's impossible. It's impossible to find them in general, which is weird. They're so popular in anime. You'd expect there to be a company. It's like not possible. I can only find the ones with no rim under, or like no rims at all. And I find I actually want the overlying, not just because I'm a weeb, that's why I want them in red. I actually find whenever I try on glasses, I guess I don't have them up far enough up my head or something, or I tend to like kind of tilt my head down and look forward, so I always see the rim out of like it just gets into my eyesight constantly because I hunch like an idiot, and it's bad posture. Maybe if I just straightened up and like held my head up, it wouldn't be a problem, but I'm not. I'm the fucking gremlin. I can't do that.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Yeah, you should watch those animes. They're very good.
I should. I'm only like 4 episodes off from finishing Land of the Lustrous.
Oh, it's so good though.
I have to catch up on the manga too.
The manga's really good too. Oh,
it's also good. I've been binging manga, so I'm getting closer to catching up on that.
Yeah, that's good.
There's so many anime I need to finish. Anyways, do we want to move on to the next?
Yeah, sure.
We have
next one.
Harvey Awards.
Yeah, which is a like mostly North American comics award thing that they used to have a category for like international stuff, or a best American edition of foreign material, and they got rid of that category. Now they just have a best manga.
I think they might have the other category as well, but manga's just not included. Like manga. Oh, they did.
They're discontinuing it this year.
What do you do about manhwa and webtoons and like?
Oh, I don't know.
They'll probably make another award for like other international stuff. Probably. They'll just have to change the name because otherwise manga would qualify.
Yeah.
But
apparently this is being split into best manga and best European book, which is weird and ends up excluding a lot of things. But
and a lot of
yeah, there's
anything South America, which actually has a lot of cool comic culture. Africa, most of like Southeast Asia and Middle East. That's
that's weird. But yeah, there's some. I think there's like 3 good. Out of the 5 here, there's 3 good nominees and 2 that are okay, I guess.
Yeah, they're all decent enough, I guess. Like even the ones I wouldn't vote for myself, I think are still decent.
Yeah, like I don't know, My Hero Academia is good and it's really popular, so it kind of makes sense to be nominated. But
so
I feel like it's just I feel like when you're talking about things like My Brother's Husband and Lesbian Experience with Loneliness in Your Name, it's like it's kind of not the same thing.
Yeah, but I mean, I'd say the same thing about Tokyo Ghoul. Like,
yeah, that's that too.
That said, My Hero and Tokyo Ghoul, for being like shonen, do actually have a surprising amount of depth to them. Like, My Hero deals with certain stuff such as abusive parenthood. A lot of morality in it, stuff like that. Kind of like there's a surprising amount. Yeah. That's also because there's like 20 volumes, so there's so much content. You're gonna get some stuff like that out of it, but like stuff like coming from like a working class family and being somewhat poor and trying to work to support your parents. That's one of the characters' stories. Like the reason they want to be a hero is to make money to help out their family. Like you get stuff like that, like which is very poignant. And then Tokyo Ghoul.
That's just 4, right?
I haven't read enough of it myself, only the first volume, but I understand there is a transgender male character in it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's part of the reason I bought a volume, was you're getting into it. The
Yeah.
art is actually super cool. Like, it has a really interesting art style because that also plays into it and why it
Yeah.
would get nominated. The covers are fantastic.
Yeah.
But from what I understand, that also has a lot of the morality of like what's right, what's wrong. Doesn't matter if it's like like is your right the same as others? Like what
Mhm.
you do when your right and wrong don't match that of like the law or what kind of stuff. Like trying to like survive in like places where you have to go against your morals.
Yeah.
I believe it has themes like that, from what I understand and have seen.
Mm.
Don't quote me.
Yeah.
But
I don't
yeah.
know. All I know about Tokyo Ghoul is I watched the first episode of the anime and the
Boar.
eating people stuff. Yeah, it was like off-putting. It was detailed
Yeah.
to a degree that was like, I'm not
There you
into
go.
this.
Yeah, stuff like that, like even Attack on Titan, which I wouldn't like anyways. I'm not very big
Yeah.
into like gore and super on screen, though. Tokyo Ghoul's really pretty, but I've also heard the anime adaptation season 2 becomes a disaster. There's all kinds of weird stuff, so stick with the manga for plot reasons as well. But I think it's not as bad with the manga because it's all still frames.
Mm-hmm.
It's like one of those things, like with Made in Abyss, with Riko's arm, that was brutal to read. But seeing it animated with like the ambience and the noise and the screams was so much worse. And that like I feel that way with like a lot of gore stuff and violent stuff. I'm a lot better with it as manga.
Mm-hmm.
And that said, there's a scene in Made in Abyss that almost made me like puke. Like I was basically having panic attacks reading it. It was like it made me more uncomfortable than anything I've read has ever done. Season 2, look forward to it. If you like suffering.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. I bet, looking at this list, I bet My Brother's Husband is going to win because it's been winning lots of awards.
Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me if that takes this one too. I have no idea when these awards happen, so
I
we'll
could
find out
see
eventually.
My Lesbian Experience with Loneliness as well because it's been winning a few as well.
Oh yeah,
I've
that's
seen
true.
A decent. Your Name. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think the manga version deserves to be on there.
Mm.
Like it was created as the anime first, and the anime was amazing. Supposedly, I haven't seen it, but
yeah.
but then they like made the manga after, and it can't capture the movie the same way. Like this is one of the things where it's like, why are you putting the lesser version of it up here? There's other stuff which is like the better version of it, stuff that could be up here. Does this have to be stuff that is licensed in English this year?
I
or is
believe
ongoing still?
It probably does need to have an English release.
Yeah, they should have just put Land of the Lustrous over Your Name or Golden Kamui.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like those are kind of very niche.
I mean, Golden Kamui's won awards in Japan.
Yeah, but I mean,
My Brother's Husband
in North America, it's niche.
Is pretty niche in North America as well.
Yeah.
Like, unless if you're in the queer community, I don't hear a lot of people talking about it. Where My Lesbian Experience broke out a bit more than My Brother's Husband, I believe.
Yeah.
And it's not all just about like this isn't supposed to be just about popularity, I think. So. But this is also just the first nominees. I believe more are coming.
Yeah, I don't know how many they do per year, per category or anything, but yeah. Apparently this is in October is when this happens.
Showa A History of Japan had won, which is...
Oh, it was nominated.
Yeah, that's super niche, like...
Yeah. That's
that
cool.
comes out. But yeah,
Attack
so like...
on Titan.
Yeah, it was nominated. But so, like, it doesn't have to be super nominated.
So yeah. We'll keep an eye out for that for more nominations and see who wins eventually.
Yeah, and then our last piece of news, which is pretty interesting, I think.
Yeah. It's a new publishing company for manga that's launching called Denpa. They've got a handful of licensing announcements coming out today, I think.
It's the former vertical marketing director and most recently vice president of Faku. So he's worked with two like anime manga related companies that have done well. Like Vertical isn't the biggest manga publisher, but they have their niche and they do it well. They have like Nishijo, Flying Witch. I believe they did Tokyo ESP as well. And they're very decent releases. So, and then Faku has their
whole thing.
Their hentai releases, of course, but
yeah.
But yeah. So I think the most interesting here is the first one, Kaiji. People have wanted this to come over forever, and I think a lot of people said it wouldn't ever come over, but someone managed to.
Yeah.
And it's going to release it in 6 omnibus volumes of 500 plus pages, which is a bit iffy. 4 volume omnibuses, the spines tend to get damaged a lot and they're not the best, but I mean, for something this old, it's a lot safer to release them that way.
Oh yeah.
Something this old and niche, and when you're starting out, so let's see, what else do I have? 9 volume Inside Mary, which is by the Flies of Evil. It's going to be in print. New translation, new language design. I think this is a re-release because they say the release will have new translation, new lettering, and design. So
yeah, it's because Crunchyroll has that
it's
online,
so
and so they're doing their own thing
yeah,
instead of using Crunchyroll's.
I guess it costs more. Pets actually looks pretty cute. The art here.
Yeah.
Full color manga anthology robot. Ooh.
Yeah. That sounds pretty cool.
Wait. This is the creator of Tagami Bachi Letter B, and it's in the same universe. That's why I recognize it. No, you don't understand. This guy's art is amazing, and his stories are so heartfelt. Or this, I don't know, guy. I just mean this person.
Yeah.
I'm actually super excited about this. 1 compiled volume. I believe that means it's coming in print. Please say it's in print. I really want that. I'm still trying to finish off my Letter B collection. Invitation. They have some really niche stuff here. Like these like random one-shot stuff like Pez, Invitation to a Crab.
These are like some kind of surprising things because I feel like this is kind of all over the place because like you got Kaiji, which is super long, and then Inside Mario, which is like average length, and then all these one-shots.
Yeah, it's like some older stuff, and it's all really stylized stuff. I think that's one of the things I'm noticing. Like it's not like it's very niche, but like stylized, heavy drama, tragedy stuff. It looks like. There's also Made in Railways, which is a collection of stories that take place around trains. It's another omnibus.
Sounds like Crossing Time. Hopefully it's better than Crossing Time.
Murata's art book, Future Log. I actually really want this. He's the guy who did Last Exile and Blue Submarine #6. Yeah, you watched that recently, didn't you?
Yeah, that show was really good.
And then Shangri-La I've been meaning to watch. I have to finish Last Exile still, but cool designs.
I think this is maybe the most interesting thing because it's like an art book, which is like you don't usually hear about art books getting released. Yeah, or if you do, it's like not in a manga publisher.
Or it's like they don't announce it; it's just suddenly out. Like with the Soul Eater Soul Art, I just found out. I didn't hear anyone talk about releasing. That's why I missed the first one, which I'm upset about. But yeah, this will be cool. I hope they do well. I'm probably going to be picking up some of these to hopefully support them. Like I'll hopefully pick up Future Log and Pez. I don't know if I'll pick up the others. Kaiji's not really my kind of stuff. Neither is Inside Mary.
Yeah. I might check out Inside Mary. It sounds weird, but I might. Banana, Kaiji. But the other ones I might. Well, maybe not Made in Railways. I don't know. But yeah, this is a cool range of stuff. I'm glad that there's, another company getting in.
Yeah, we're getting more. Because It's kind of funny when manga like first kind of fell apart. There were a lot more companies. Like we had Broccoli, we had Del Rey. Well, Tokyo Pop's coming back. Dark Horse has always sort of been around, but there were a few more companies than there are now.
Yeah.
Really early on, there's CPM, stuff like that. We've kind of narrowed it down to fewer and fewer companies. So seeing a few more again is kind of nice because it's going to like open up the competition for more manga to come over. As long as we don't have another crash. I'm looking at you, Tokyo Pop.
Yeah.
I think that's a lot less likely with how much the community and like the fandom has grown since then.
Yeah, definitely.
It's exploded.
Yeah. Also, I didn't see this the first time, but they're also getting Super Dimensional Love Gun, and Uratsuki Doji Legend of the Overfiend will move from Faku to Denpa.
Oh,
so it's going to be taking over some stuff.
Yeah, those are the ones that I guess are less. Oh, Faku founder is also founder of Denpa, so this sounds like it's less chance of it being cancelled because it's still the founder of Faku and stuff. They're working closely with them. It sounds like it's going to be less a new publishing and more like, well, it is the new publishing, but it seems almost like it's being ran as like an imprint almost for like non-hentai stuff.
Yeah. So that's cool.
Yeah. So, you want to get into what we watched and read this week?
Yeah, sure.
Alright.
So, I'll get us started here. So the first thing I read this manga called The Shiori Experience, which I posted a screen of this to Twitter. It's very good.
I've read some of this. I've meant to go back. It's just not coming up. There we go. Yeah, Jimmy now. Oh, that's not the right thing. I tried to pull it up and pulled up Boys Love instead.
Nice. Yeah, no, it's really good. It's about the ghost of Jimi Hendrix.
Wait, when did it say dropped? I didn't drop this. I put it on hold like 11 chapters in. Okay, I didn't update my mal on it properly.
Yeah, whoops. But yeah, it's very good. It's very silly. The ghost of Jimi Hendrix kind of takes over this woman's body and plays guitar real good. It's very silly. I'm a big fan of it.
I think I was like 10 chapters in or something. I read it ages ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, I never updated it because when it first came out and the first chapter came out, I read it and I put it on drop just because like it didn't seem like any of the other chapters were ever gonna come out, and then they did, and I read a bit more, but I did not update it. So I have to figure out where I am in this and go back to it sometime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really good. It's fun.
It's pretty silly.
Yeah.
It gets kind of dark though, doesn't it? It gets weird.
Yeah.
There's like a lot of dead people.
Yeah. There is.
That's depressing in its own way.
Yeah. I'm like 5 chapters in. It's just a silly, fun thing so far.
Yeah, it's like supporting characters, Kurt Cobain, like.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the other thing I read this week was there were 2 new chapters of Gokushu Fudo out, or the Yakuza House Husband. That show, it's still good.
I haven't updated this one either. It still says I've only read 1 chapter.
Oh.
Despite having read like at least the first 5 or so.
Yeah. It's fun. I do still wish they had done some larger overall story, but I think with how it was being made, they weren't really sure how long they would have to run this, because it was like they did 6 chapters and then they got 6 more because of how popular it was. So it would have been hard to do a big story with that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've read the original 6, so
it's
gonna mark that.
It's still good, still cute and funny. I like it. And then I actually didn't watch a whole lot this week. I've been doing some other stuff, but I did watch a handful of episodes of Fist of the North Star. So I'm keeping up with that. And it's still very good. It's gotten like so much better. like this story. I'm just so much more invested in the characters now than in the first season. It's like the first season had some interesting stuff, but it was kind of just the main plot point of Ken searching for his fiance and for Shin who had stolen his fiance. And now there's like more characters involved, and there's, you know, plot lines with all the characters, and it's very good. Like it a lot. And I think I mentioned this in the past, and I talked about it a bit on Twitter, but it's like it doesn't have the power creep problem of it's not these increasingly stronger villains that Ken needs to power up to fight, because he's just strong enough to beat everybody. So it's just like a cool change or like difference in from most stuff in the genre that I really appreciate, because that's something that like burned me out on most shonen type shows, is when it's like, oh, there's always a stronger villain, and there's always going to be time to train to beat that villain. But this is just like, nope, we're just going to keep going forward and beat up everybody and make their heads explode. So yeah, and then kind of one anime adjacent thing is I've been playing Bayonetta. I beat the first game and then started playing the second one. Those games are good. The second one's really good. It's very good. I don't know much to say on those really, but yeah, that's all from me. What about you?
Bayonetta is the best character in Smash 4 and will never be banned. Fuck the haters. There's been so much drama about that. So I know you're talking about like Fist of North Star being kind of like a refreshing kind of take on shonen, where it's like just keep going. I think you would really like Tagami Bachi.
Yeah.
Because, well, it's a shonen, it's not so much about defeating your foes and stuff and like finding, like getting better for the better enemies. It's kind of more this really emotional journey, and you defeat your enemies by kind of opening your heart to them and having them understand you.
Yeah.
Which is really, it's very different, and the art is beautiful. Also, getting into stuff I've been reading. Another shonen I recommend is World Trigger. It is a very, very good manga. I love the anime, but I do admit I understand why people say the manga has better pacing.
Yeah.
But it's super fun. It's got really intelligent battles, something I know people like Hunter x Hunter always like to talk about, because it's all like squad-based battles, so there's always like tactics in it. A large part of it is a tournament arc, which people love because it's kind of like ongoing in the background. They're agents for this organization, and to move up, you have these rank wars where you participate in like matches against other teams and try to win to like up your rank. So that's going on in the background as well, so there's constant tournament type influences, but it's not just hard set tournament arc all the way through. It's not just one sealed off tournament arc and then nothing else tournament related. It's kind of like interspersed, which is really nice because it doesn't make it feel like overwhelming or anything, or like there's too much of it.
Yeah.
And then yeah, the characters are fun. There's a really large cast. There's super cool like ideas and mechanics in it. It's a cool sci-fi. I'd highly recommend it. The only downside is there hasn't been a new chapter in like 2 years due to the author, his health, unfortunately. So I hope I hope he's doing better.
Yeah, hopefully.
I compared this to Hunter x Hunter before. I'll do it again for very different reasons, but it's a fantastic series, and even if he can never come back and work on it, I hope he at least can get better, cause
yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah. So besides that, I read Mushroom Girls in Love, which you can definitely tell it's by the creator of A Centaur's Life. It is very political. It's almost more action political than it is Yuri, which really took me aback. I wasn't ready for that. It's very different. I'd say it's still okay, but like if that's not what you're expecting, oh boy, are you in for a surprise. There's like no focus on the main characters or their development. It's all just like the political backstory. I feel like this was meant to be like a much larger plot than a one-shot, but it just never was gonna go, so he just left as the one-shot. Like, it feels like it's the basis for something bigger, but
Yeah.
yeah, let's see here. Trying to remember everything I read, because I actually went on a tiny bit of a manga binge. I got the newest volume of Non Non Biyori out, volume 10, and I literally just finished reading that. Still fun.
Nice.
Feels like the chapters are a bit shorter than before. The volumes are a bit shorter, which kind of sucks, but it's still really fun. And like after 10 volumes of Slice of Life, I can understand.
Yeah.
Always looking forward to more. I really just give me like a moment of Hotaru finally confessing to Komari. That's all I want. They canonized that Hotaru has a very gay crush on Komari, so that's nice.
Oh, that is good.
Yeah, it's like in the first volume or so, in the translation, they explicitly used like her admiration blossomed into love as like a line.
Oh.
So, and she's kind of obsessive, but she is like a 5th grader, so
Yeah.
because they're all kids. Yeah, that's a fun manga. I always love when more comes out. I read volume 7, Pandora and the Crimson Shell. I thought it was going to catch up to the end of the anime, and it sort of did, but now it's starting to diverge right at where the anime ended. Like some parts are going a tiny bit longer and diverging in how it happened, so I'm expecting this to be the major divergent point in all the volumes past year, being new content and stuff. So it's still really fun, really stupid. I like Ghost in the Shell too. This is the only Ghost in the Shell stuff I own. Alright.
Nice.
Yeah, I read like 2.5 volumes of World Trigger, reading more of that. I read Go For It Nakamura-kun, which everyone's like, oh, it's super cute, like boys love, it's not hardcore yaoi, there's no explicit stuff, it's all nice. Bullshit.
Yeah.
It's like, sure, you don't see like stuff, but there's like a scene where he's like imagining the other guy being groped by like an octopus, and like it's not nearly as like cute and fluffy as people make it out to be. Like, it still falls into a lot of the same yaoi tropes that most boys love does, where it's like possessive characters, like, even though it's toned back a lot, so it's like better because it's still cute and it's still okay, but there's like no actual development. It felt like a huge letdown based on everything everyone said to. It was still good, but it's like,
but not as good as you were hoping or expecting.
It doesn't do anything new. It just does stuff lighter, and because that makes it less hardcore, that made it feel new, but it still just follows the same old tropes. I'd probably recommend, if you want something different than most yaoi or shonen, I would not recommend this, though many would. I would recommend Shimanami Tasogare. So yeah, which I can't wait for it to come out. Yay! I mean, this is still okay, but I was just let down to the amount of praise people gave it. There is a few chapters of Tonari no Kyuketsuki-san that are translated, so I read those. The vampire girl one. The neat vampire girl. And then there was something else which isn't showing up here, which is weird. But I read the first chapter of Harukana Receive. Oh, because I have the volume. Like, I need to get a bit farther into it. Right away though, I hate one of the characters introduced.
Oh,
it's like, oh, just jokingly, because they like know volleyball but don't know beach volleyball. They're joking. They're like, "Oh, I'll be an ace in no time," and the other girl just flips out and just out of spite, it's like, "I challenge you to a match." It's like, what the fuck? You know you're one of the best players, and this person has no idea what they're doing.
Yeah.
It's such a spiteful, pitiful thing, and it's like, this character fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Fucking grow up, you dumb child.
Yeah, I know the character you're talking about. She's bad.
Yeah.
She's annoying.
That's the feeling I got. I didn't feel like she was going to get better.
Yeah.
As a
Well, she
character.
hasn't had much time in the anime yet, so
Yeah,
she hasn't had a
'cause
chance to get better yet.
they're at
so
the
we'll
top.
see.
They need to get to that spot. So,
Mhm.
yeah.
So,
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't even know what her name is, but
It's Narumi, I think. Is the one you're
Narumi?
thinking of. I think.
yeah, Tui Narumi. It rhymes.
Yeah.
Yeah, her. But yeah, so that's all the manga I read, I believe. But I watched stuff too. Oh, wrong thing. Wrong button. Damn it.
Oops.
I pressed the wrong button. Yeah, so I watched some episodes of Martian Mädchen. Speaking of watching something I don't need to pay attention to. I love the idea behind it. I love, like, the setting. The plot feels super rushed in the anime, though. There's, like, some stuff that's really ham-fisted. It's like, it could be far better. But the idea and plot is good. The rest is bad. I haven't gone to where the animation falls apart yet. This still has a 5.5 almost, which is crazy to me.
Whoa, that's really low.
But then the light novels have a 7.63, so that's the difference. That's how bad that animation is. The like light novel version of the story is well respected, and I really want to be able to read them sometime.
Yeah.
But with this disaster, I don't think I'll ever get translated or published.
Yeah.
Which sucks. But yeah, so that's been a thing. I watched the Yamano Susume OVA, which I never expected to even come out, but it's really cute. It's good. It gave a lot more characterization to one of the characters, like main characters, that's still being kind of aside and we haven't seen much of, so we got a lot more of her. And then we got some more backstory to the main two of the main four. The other one was left out, unfortunately. She hasn't gotten much attention this season, but it's kind of like hinted at, like, she's being busy, she's like graduating and has to like do like entrance exams and stuff because they're in elementary school, I believe, so she's doing like high school entrance exams and stuff and focusing on that. So you don't see her as much, but I like her character. I want more of her. And then I also caught up on the episodes besides the one that came out today, and I learned some interesting facts. So they go to a castle in it, right?
Yeah.
It's a Scottish castle, and this is a real life thing. Like, it's a real life location that they like it's set in. So there's a Japanese actor, I don't fucking remember his name, back during the Cold War, takes a trip over to Scotland, and you know what he decides to do?
What?
He decides to buy a fucking castle. He's gonna take it back to Japan with him. How the fuck's he gonna do that? He's gonna take it on the Siberian Railway. But this is USSR days, so he has to get the permission from USSR President Gorbachev himself. And he does. And it's transported brick by brick across Russia and back to Japan, where it's rebuilt. And do you know what it's used for?
What? What is it used for?
It becomes a Christmas museum to house his Santa collection.
Wow.
This is a real story, and it's more wild than the anime.
That is wild.
Since then, it has become like a medieval town and like tourist attraction type thing, but the Santa collection's apparently still there too.
Nice. That's very good.
Yeah, yeah, it's a pretty wild story. So that was actually really fun, just finding out this random nonsense from this show. So
yeah.
What a
That's
fucking legend.
yeah, that is.
I think it's
Oh.
called Lockhart or something. Lockhart Estate.
Mm.
Castle Lockhart. I don't remember, but yeah, it's yeah, it's still being cute, still being fun. I'm excited to watch the next one. One of the characters I like showed up again, who was introduced near the end of last season, and they're kind of more minor. They showed up, they're getting more time, which I like, and their brother comes to pick them up, and they drive up in this sporty car blaring Eurobeat. He has like trashy sunglasses. I'm like, who's this initial D looking fuck? Like, what is going on? It's been a lot of fun. I really, really like this show. And for people who like stuff like Eurocamp, I say this every week. I recommend this. You should go watch it.
Cool.
But, yeah, so feel like I watched something else, but I can't remember what, and I don't see it on my history list. So I guess I didn't. So I guess that's all I have.
Yeah, cool. Well, for once you had a lot more stuff than me.
Yeah, but I didn't have adjacent stuff like I normally do. I haven't
True.
I actually didn't do much this week, and then just like the last 2 days I just watched anime and read manga.
Nice.
I've played like no games. I've like not worked on any of my fanfics or anything.
Yeah.
Though rereading World Trigger, I have an awesome idea for a World Trigger AU Ruby fanfic, and it's gonna be great. But I'm never gonna put out because I have 50 other fics. I'm never gonna put out because I keep making more.
Yeah. You should just write the first chapter and a half and put that out and see what happens. Maybe people will inspire you to continue.
I need to finish my Haikyuu eye-eating fic first.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, no, I need to. There's 2 parts to it there's 2 different stories. The second one might take a lot longer to get out, but the first one I have partly done already, so I should finish it.
Yeah. I don't like the idea of eating eyes. That sounds bad.
But when you eat the eye, it replaces your eye, and your partner can see out of it, or the person who you ate can see out of it.
That seems weird.
Yeah.
But okay.
It's like I mean, in this world it ends up being kind of like a bonding thing. Like it's almost getting engaged. So it's based off a manga I read forever ago.
Just Google search eyeball eating manga.
I can find
See what comes up.
my manga list real quick if I go finish date. Finished this about 2 years ago, so if I just jump to where I finished stuff in 2016, it was an anthology, and all the stories are really fucked up and have there we go. And it has like really messed up stuff in it and themes. I would not recommend this. It's called Tosaku Shoujo Shokugan. And yeah, there's a whole thing about a girl who eats another girl's eye, but then the other girl can see through it, and they end up like eating one of each other's eyes, and like so it's kind of based off that. And yeah, it takes the idea to the extreme, where it's like one character is going out with another character, and it's kind of like they don't really get like why. It's kind of like this is romance, I guess. Everyone says we're perfect together. The other person, they get to a point where it's like, like give me your eye, and he takes it and eats it, but then walks out before giving his back. And then the other character has to see through his view and finds out he's like awful and like cheating constantly and just with a bunch of girls. So she changes her schedule to work nights because it's when she closes her eyes, so it's like in her dreams. So because he always does it throughout the night, that way she's awake and not forced to dream about it and see it in there. But she starts seeing in mornings, he starts dating another girl who he's like tricking the way he tricked her. But the other girl who she starts to get obsessed with, she's like, it seems like she's staring at me, but that doesn't make sense because I'm not there. The
Yeah.
other girl noticed he had a different eye because the eyes change, and she's just upset. She doesn't care about him. She's just obsessed with the other eye, so she ends up tricking him and like tying him up and stealing that eye before murdering him. And she ends up having to watch the murder because the other girl then eats the eye from that guy, and then she can see from that girl's point of view. And then like, well, like, just hanging around with his body, just like writes her phone number in the fucking mirror. It's like, hey, call me, whoever's eye this is. And then they date. Yeah, it's gonna be fucked up.
Yeah, that sounds like it. Ugh.
Yeah, there you go. Fan fiction. See, it gets more interesting than when you just say eyeball eating. There's themes and shit.
Yeah, there's something, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Oof.
It's okay, the other one's way worse.
Yeah.
Way worse.
Well, that'll be a story for another day, maybe.
Yes. You know what we need to bring back? We need to bring back Spider Rider's story time.
Oh, definitely.
Next week.
Yeah.
Next week for sure. Yeah.
Oh, so. I just remembered a thing that I kind of meant to throw in the news, because apparently Twitch is doing a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure marathon.
Right.
Where they're doing like the first 9 episodes of it for some reason, like tonight and tomorrow night, I think, or something.
Oh, I thought they were doing all like 130 episodes. They said.
I don't know. I just saw. I saw one thing on the Viz Twitch channel. It just says episodes 1 through 9 play at 10 a.m.
Oh, that's probably the first arc.
Yeah.
So they're probably like gonna break up into the different like arcs in JoJo's.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you like JoJo's, check that out.
Yeah. So yeah, twitch.tv/Viz. Oh, it looks like they are doing all of the various arcs, I guess. I don't know anything about JoJo's. There's a bunch of words and none of it makes any sense.
I need to watch more, but the people I was watching with, we have not been able to get together to watch more for a while. There's like 4 of us that were watching together, so it makes it hard to get all 4 together at once.
Oh, yeah.
But
that's true.
So, do you want to move on to book club?
Yeah, sure.
Alright.
Do you want to start with Alderman or Pleiades?
Let's start with Alderman.
Okay.
We're back and free from the wolves.
Yeah. The start of this episode got me excited, because when it was just Matthew and Hiroma playing chess, and then Matthew walked away and it was like a monologue from him, I was hoping there was going to be an episode focused on him, but then it wasn't.
I was waiting for those 2 characters to finally get development, and then they didn't.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to be so bummed if they're just kind of off to the side the entire time.
Yeah.
It's like, that would be such a bummer. Yeah.
This is only based on the first 3 novels, and we know there's at least 7, so it might be one of those cases where they get more time later on.
Yeah, probably.
I know 7 Seas has their like reader suggestion list. I've been putting Alderman in for my light novel suggestion.
Oh, that's a good idea. I should do that.
Once a month they put out a survey. Put in the stuff you want. It used to be 3 manga and 1 light novel. Now it's 2 manga, 2 light novels. So it sounds like they want to get more heavily into light novels. They must be selling well for them, but that kind of sucks, because I had 3 manga I always put on, and now I have to limit it to 2.
Yeah. Oh no.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Yeah. So, yeah. This episode was setting some stuff up for the next episode, because they're going to this mountain region to help deal with the natives there, I guess. Which is real weird.
They're subjugating the native peoples.
Yeah.
Although it sounds like it's more of a conspiracy once we get to the end of the episode.
Yeah. sure this is gonna be. I'm hoping that this is played as more of a like, look how bad the Empire is, and not a like, oh, this is just how it is.
Yeah,
Like,
and
whatever,
also
you
like
know?
they're like going on about like, oh yeah, you're not actually training here; it's a show of force.
Yeah.
I feel like it is a conspiracy where they just brought all of the trainees to do that because like at the end it's like it's hinted that they took something from the people and
Yeah.
that they're going to have an uprising to try to get it back. It's hinted Ikta sees what it is at the end. We don't know what, but
Oh
um,
yeah.
I have a decent guess.
Oh
But
yeah.
yeah, when they're talking about the book and like what's your favorite part, she mentioned something about like how she thinks it's interesting that the imperial religion doesn't treat spirits as holy the way the mountain people do. I believe was what it was. So
Yeah.
I believe they've been stealing and kidnapping their spirits,
Oh.
and that's
Yeah.
what was in there. It's just like a pile of spirits or
I bet you're
something.
probably right. That would make a lot of sense.
Or like something for one of their things, because they're mentioning like we're going before the Great Spirit like festival or whatever. I forget what it's called, but that led me to believe it a bit more. It's something related to the spirits in there.
That seems likely.
Of course,
Yeah.
Ikta knows where it was because he's been here before. Because why wouldn't he be? He's fucking god moding again.
Yeah.
Deus Ex Machina
Just-
character.
You know, at the start of this show, Ikta was garbage, and then he started to redeem himself for like
And
an
it was
episode or two.
garbage again.
Yeah, he was trash in this episode. Oh my god.
I mean, fucking with the guy stealing the books was kind of nice.
Yeah, I mean, he was
Then
just doing
he's
it to flirt
trashy
with the
again.
girls.
Well,
Yeah.
that too.
Yeah.
And also because it's like, that's my master's book.
Mm-hmm.
But then he's like directly just fucking with his superior, just like runs off in the prison. Like, what the fuck do
Yeah.
you think is gonna happen? He'll just catch you again later. Like,
Yeah. God, Ikta's garbage. Ugh.
yeah. To be fair, he fucking hates his life too. He
Yeah.
hates himself in his life just as much as we do, so that's valid, I
there's-
guess.
Yeah.
He's self-aware in
that's
his
something.
garbage.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I guess we'll just see what happens next week.
I really like the design of the girl who was shown.
Yeah, Nanaku Daru.
I wish they made her look less like Pocahontas, almost. Like,
Yeah.
she doesn't look like some kind of leader or chief of her people. She looks like a pinup girl in like racist clothing almost.
Yeah.
Except the clothing looked somewhat inspired by a few different cultures and kind of neat.
Mhm.
It almost felt more like Incan
Mhm.
design, which was kind of neat. Incan Aztec.
Yeah.
Which you don't see a lot of. There's very few anime that use that kind of aesthetic, which I always really like when they do. I know, what the heck was it? It was another character like Ikta in it who I fucking hated. Adlet.
Mhm.
Him in like the Bunny Princess. Fuck, what was
Yeah.
that show?
Oh, I don't know. I have no idea. The only thing that comes to mind when I think of Inca stuff in anime is the intro to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Yeah.
Because that has the Incan stuff in it. I don't know if there's any of that in the actual show, or if they just think it's cool.
There is some that shows up. There's some in that.
Yeah.
But Roka of the Six Braves was what I was thinking of.
Oh yeah, that show does have it. I watched
Yeah,
a couple episodes
one
of
of the
that.
kingdoms in the beginning is heavily based
Yeah.
on the aesthetics, which is cool.
Yeah, I almost picked that show for this season.
Ooh.
It was between Alderman and that.
I would have to turn you down because a big point of that show is the suspense and thriller and like figuring it out. I know it.
Oh, dang.
Unfortunately, the Rooster Teeth anime podcast did a season on it, which I followed. After
Okay.
after not finishing the show on my own. I do plan to finish it one time. Someday.
Yeah,
'cause
I watched a couple episodes of it. It seemed alright.
yeah, I want to read the light novels of that one too, because they go way past where the anime ends. Because it kind of ends on a cliffhanger.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, they're like, did you get to the point where they like become trapped?
Maybe?
Oh.
I don't really remember.
Okay.
It was years ago.
They like resolve this conflict and then immediately enter into the exact same conflict again, which is so fucking dumb.
Wow.
But kind of great.
That's real silly.
Yeah.
Oh. So, yeah. I have a note here. I don't remember what exactly made me write this, but I wrote down, is Ikta an incel?
God.
I think he was, yeah.
He is,
like,
100%.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, maybe not. He respects Yatori and the fact that she's, like, able to fuck men up and stuff, and incel wouldn't be able to stand for that.
Yeah.
He's shitty, but he's not quite an incel.
Yeah, yeah. If Alderman had like Reddit, Ikta would be on there, and he would eventually become an incel. I bet he'd be exposed to that stuff, and people would convince him of garbage.
He's more of the hardcore white knight that mansplains stuff than an incel, I think.
Yeah.
Can't you see I'm protecting and standing up for you?
That might be true.
Thinks he knows everything and just mansplains for days.
Oh yeah. Oh God. Keep Ikta off the internet. He'd be the worst.
Keep Ikta off the internet. 2K18.
Yeah. So yeah. Do you have any final thoughts on this episode?
Not really on this episode, but I just realized my blanket is ripped open, so that's an awkward final thought to have. That's about the mood of this episode is, that's slightly unfortunate.
Yeah.
That's my mood of this. It was better than last episode, thankfully.
Yeah,
and
it was.
I am interested to see if this is going to go in a more, like, again, political take where, because, like, the Eastern Empire was specifically done up to, like, let fall. I wonder if they're, like, doing the same to the North and they're trying to give her the princess again. Like, maybe there's something like that going on in the background.
Yeah.
And I'm interested to see if that is the case and how Ikta will resolve it. Just like, here, we're just giving this back. I'm taking over. Fuck these people. They're like, hey, princess, we're turning this over and firing all these people. Let's go.
Yeah. We'll see. We're halfway through this show, aren't we? Or just about. 6 out of 13.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Oh. So yeah.
It's gone very different directions than what I expected.
Yeah, it has been. It's been, different than expected.
I like the pacing. I wasn't expecting them to do like actually continue training like on an off-site location. Under command, which is very realistic for that to happen, so I kind of am glad it did.
Yeah, I agree. Because, it would have been easy for him to be like,
montage.
They're gonna go training, and just have a montage, and then have him off doing actual military stuff.
Yeah, just Tanya the Evil It.
Yeah.
Which is something I need to either watch, read, or read with pictures.
Yeah, that show was alright. It's weird, conceptually very strange. Doesn't deliver on some stuff, but it's an okay show.
I'm just a sucker for like these kind of military shows that I know. Well, Tanya's a bit more on the top. I do know it does have some interesting like strategy stuff, like where it's like you have to announce yourself before war, so she does in like the little kid voice and stuff like that. Like there is some clever stuff in it, which I want to watch it for that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it does have a bit of that.
Political and tactical intrigue. Like, Izetta had some of that, which is pretty cool as well.
Oh yeah, it did.
Izetta was gay.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Pretty fantastic.
Oh, that show was good.
Yeah.
Oh, there's so many good animes. Oh, yes.
Anime is good.
Yeah.
Was that an original anime? I don't even know now. We're on a tangent, but we're going down this rabbit hole.
Izetta?
Yeah. Ooh, its rating has dropped. What happened? It's 6.8 now.
Oh yeah,
it first coming out, it's like 7.6. Yeah, it's an original. Neato.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, so if we want to
Now on to Pleiades now. Yeah.
Episode 5. The episode where I stopped shipping them individually and have just gave in to the polypile ship.
Of course. Nice.
Just have them
Very
all
good.
date each other all at once. Just let it happen.
Yeah. Very good.
I love these backstory episodes that like are all about the one character.
Mhm.
And give us that extra.
Yeah, this was another good one.
This is all Itsuki's backstory, and I really like her backstory.
Yeah.
Trans Itsuki is a good headcanon.
Oh yeah, it is.
Like trans male or trans female, both are good. Or non-binary.
Yeah, when they did that flashback to when she was climbing the tree and fell, when it started, I like missed one of the lines because I was writing in a note or something, and then I like had to rewind because like, wait, did she just say she like used to be a boy? Like what's going on?
It's
Thought
like
there
I was a tomboy as a
stuff.
kid or whatever.
Yeah, I like had to rewind 10 seconds to make sure I didn't mess up that up. But yeah.
And oh god, these characters are so relatable in like the worst ways. Like I feel like I'm always a burden on other people, so I'm just doing what other people want. I don't want to push them. And stuff like that. That's heartbreaking. They all have awful stories with their parents. Like what the fuck? Like what's her name? I just forgot, which is awful. She like feels alone. Like her parents are never there, and it's just like it's sad. It's sad. It's like I tried to do something, but I was terrified it backfired and had like crippling anxiety that I ruined everything. And it's like a lot of that. Like it's all self-blame and self-doubt, and they're good themes to explore. I really like it because I don't think they're explored enough in anime. It's like it's looking at younger kids with mental health issues, which Japan does not do.
Yeah, these past 2 episodes have been really good for that stuff. But yeah, it's really nice because it's like they're really good about it. They're just very thoughtful. It's it's a good show. It was like unexpected that that was in that kind of stuff was in this show. I figured this would just be like happy magical girl cutesy stuff and not get like serious.
It's also not as ham-fisted as I was worried it was going to be when they first started having like the people are like engines. you know that was a Subaru license line.
Yeah.
Subaru paid for line for Subaru to say. But I really loved when they were doing like the storytelling in this section where it was all done with felt. Like there's been some really cool experimental animation stuff in this.
Oh yeah.
Like there was like the cookie planet last episode, and then like the whole felt story this episode that were super cool scenes. But I feel again like this was just a show made to experiment. That's what it feels like.
Yeah, that arts and crafts segment was like so cool when it was doing the story. It's really wild. I love it. I love it when shows do that.
It's such a dark story too, but good.
Yeah.
And then they changed it and made it happy, which was nice. And I like the like parallels with Minato in the other world, where it's like I don't have a dream. Maybe I'll disappear, and it's like stop. No, we're making a happy ending.
Oh,
although I'm still. It's making me wonder if that's like there's 2 Minatos, or like maybe the horned one is a boy, and maybe it's like a brother and a sister or something.
Oh yeah.
I still think it's like this other one is like they're like 2 personalities, and because it's like a giant bird cage whenever they go in there. It's like that personality is trapped in the other one because they're like, oh, where would I go if I want to leave? But it still almost hinted like they did want to go somewhere. There was like a specific place, because I think they hesitated when Subaru said, isn't there anywhere you want to go or something?
Yeah.
And maybe the other one's trying to collect the pieces to like help them escape or something and go somewhere. Who knows? But
yeah, that was the thing I wrote down. It's like maybe Minato was collecting the engine parts to open up that garden thing and rescue the other Minato.
Yeah, maybe they're 2 parts of the same Minato.
Yeah, it's like, something. two halves of the same person. That would be a cool thing, I think.
I fucking loved when Minato was like, "Why are you all so violent?" It's like you're the one who showed up throwing laser blasts at people. Fucking
Yeah.
hypocrite.
Hmm. I'm kind of surprised at how much space stuff there is in this show. Because like I know Pleiades is a star thing, but I'm still surprised. Like, oh, they're just like going to hang out in space and talking about the rings of Saturn and
Yeah,
all
it's
kinds
like
of stuff.
so even a bunch of the backstories is like, ah, it's about sending a song into space or whatever. Uh,
Yeah.
it does make a bit of sense though when you go to the genres on Mel and it's magic and space. Those are the two genres.
Yeah,
Space
the two
magic.
genres. Hmm.
I do love space stuff in sci-fi though, so
Yeah, space stuff is good.
right up my alley.
Yeah, I was actually watching the meteor shower just last night.
Oh,
It was
neat.
good. Yeah.
Did you see any spaceship
Oh.
parts?
I don't think so. I think they were all just regular meteors.
Alright. Well, that's fair.
Unfortunately.
This is a bit old. I'm sure they've collected all already. We're just catching up.
Yeah, probably.
Hmm.
When they were at the rings of Saturn, blowing through it to try and find the piece and turn it into Swiss cheese, basically, I was thinking like, man, there's probably some astronomer down on Earth who's looking through his telescope right now and is like losing his mind. Like,
Yeah,
what is
just
happening?
what? They probably think there's some kind of like meteor shower going through or something. Of
Yeah.
like the large meteors.
Yeah.
Man, where are they
Yeah.
going to get to next? I also loved when they're flying past the plants and they keep like being like, "Hey, look, it's this food or whatever." Like, is that
Oh, yeah.
is that takoyaki? Like, it like follows up on the moon being like a cookie or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. It was good. So yeah, I'm guessing that now the next episode is going to be about the purple hair girl, Nanako.
Or we'll never get an episode about her. That's also likely, knowing
Yeah.
her.
That would be pretty good. Although actually, did you watch the like next episode thing at the end? Do you watch that stuff?
I think I was distracted by something.
Okay. Because yeah, it looks like the next episode might actually be about Minato. At least partially. Or get into Minato's backstory more or something.
Interesting.
So,
Could be.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll see.
That would be weird. Give me Nanako backstory, please.
Yeah, I hope they do eventually.
Yeah, I'm fine if they do like an episode, because it's like the halfway point, and then maybe they explain like the more plot, and then they have like Nanako is explained as part of the main plot, maybe because she's also the only one the alien like talks through. Maybe there's something more deep there.
Yeah.
Although we've also not really gone Aoi or Subaru's real backstory. We've
Yeah,
gone that they both think the other one abandoned them, but nothing really more than that.
Yeah.
Like
It was just like
backstory
right at the
wise.
beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like becoming friends again and stuff. Like there's been development for them, but we haven't seen their backstories. So that'd be
Yeah.
interesting. Which I again think might play into if Minato turns out evil, which I'm kind of expecting. Because you could almost say they're hinting at Aoi having like a maybe not personality swap, but like character change, almost like how they act. Again, because they're like, I'm gonna be the prince. I'm like they're like super into like frilly stuff apparently and designing clothes. Apparently, they really like cosplay, but
Yeah.
going from that to suddenly, oh, you're the princess now. Like there's again with Aoi
Yeah.
a personality / character change, which might be hinting at, because I still think that when they got the two pieces that were the two colors that matched them, and they still the blue one. I still think I'm gonna die on that. It's gonna be episode 12 and be like, any second now.
Any second now. It'll happen.
Yeah, just watch.
Yeah.
There'll be an OVA or something.
Yeah, this doesn't have an OVA, does it? No. There's just the
The original, like, shorts.
yeah, the
From the
6-minute
manga.
shorts. Yeah.
Itsuki, though, makes a
Mhm.
fantastic prince. God damn.
Yeah, very good.
I was like, Itsuki Aoi's a ship I didn't know I wanted. Fuck it, Polypile, let's go.
Yeah,
It's just
it's
all
good.
of them, like, make it real fucking gay.
Mhm. Definitely. Yeah. I know the thought I was having was that uh maybe the alien is evil and is controlling Nanako and using her to manipulate the rest of the group. And that
That's
Minato is gonna actually be good. They'll team up with Minato to fight against the alien, rescue Minato's other half. That's my theory for the show.
that's very possible.
Mm,
I could see that.
yeah. We'll have to find out.
The next episode is the halfway point. Watch the opening changes. It's just gonna be real fucking dark.
Yeah. Just it like Pleiades episode 6 is gonna be like Madoka Magica episode 3. It's just like half the cast dies. Like, oh no, oh no.
Daybreak Illusion episode 1, 15 minutes in.
Yeah.
Nanoha episode 9. Like, let's. Oh, fuck. There's so many good dark magical girl shows. A lot more than
Yeah.
people actually realize, I think, because everyone's like, Madoka is the first. It's like
Yeah.
the first season, and to a lesser extent the second of Nanoha, especially the first, deals with some really dark themes near the end, and it's actually directed by the guy who later went on to direct Madoka. That's like a trial run for dark magical girls. There's the super old one where, like, near the end the girl just dies or whatever, and then they continue it, but then it's like a dream she's been dead or something. What fucking magical girl show is that yet? I can't remember. Sailor Moon's surprisingly depressing. The original plans for Sailor Moon, which the creators told no to, was killing off like 3 of the characters and another one being a robot.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you can tell why she married the Hunter x Hunter creator. They enjoy in making their characters suffer. I feel bad that I can't remember her name.
That just reminded me, did you see that there are fans making their own dub of Sailor Moon in
Yes, I actually
like Cree?
it's happening in my city, so of course I saw.
Oh, nice.
I should have brought that up. I can actually probably find the tweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe.
I know Crunchyroll had an article about it. It's where I saw it.
I retweeted something about it, I think, or maybe I just liked it. I think I just liked it. Let's look at my likes.
Oh, it was ANN.
I shouldn't bring these likes up. It might be.
I
Wait, wait, it's
I
not
can
here.
can put a link to the article that I saw in Discord.
Where the heck did it go? Maybe it's on Facebook. Wait, let me. Because I have one for like the local TV station. Or I had one.
Yeah. This is a really cool thing. There are some short clips of it too that are available, and I watched them, and it's actually pretty good.
CBC.ca,
Nice.
which is like the official or whatever. So Ojibwe youth dubs popular cartoons in Anishinaabe. Bemawan? I cannot pronounce. I'm sorry. I knew the pronunciation, but as soon as I read it, I can't say it. Or like I've heard it before, and I kind of know how to say it. But yeah. 18-year-old Ojibwe man from Peguis First Nation in Manitoba has been dubbing over popular cartoons and sharing them online to try to keep the languages alive.
It's a very cool thing.
Yeah, really cool. Like, I believe they got like, the Luna the cat is dubbed by like one of the Anishinaabe elders. So
Cool.
like, so what a cool idea.
Yeah, it's a very cool thing.
Yeah, apparently he's been dubbing other cartoons like the Proud Family, and doing an episode of SpongeBob. Yeah, that's really cool. It would be cool
Yeah.
if they got like official dubs too,
Yeah.
like the full thing.
That would be really wild.
But yeah, so it's not really in my city. It's a bit of the ways out, but it's very close.
Yeah.
I believe Pegri's First Nation isn't that far away. I believe it's a bit to the north of the city.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Canadian geography is beyond me. Yeah.
It's up north between Lake Manitoba and Lake Winnipeg.
Ah.
A bit farther away than I thought, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's like
Yeah.
3.5 hours away, maybe.
Oh.
I wanna
That's
guess.
kind of far, I guess. I was gonna say that's not too bad, but that is kind of far.
I think it might be longer than that too, because it's not like on the main highways. That's why
Yeah.
it's hard to tell how far away it is. It's like I can look to one way and be like, okay, this is about an hour and a half. That's about halfway to the place. That's about 3, but then you lose the main highways partly there, so you have to add more time.
Yeah. Okay.
I think there is something about people inside the city helping. I don't know. We're on a really weird tangent.
Yeah. Anyway, I think when we get on a weird tangent, I mean it's time to wrap up the show.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't need to start getting into stuff that like is being brought up at work. That's
So yeah, this has been Shenanimegans. You can watch all our episodes of Shenanimans on our YouTube at shenanimegans.moe, where you can watch live on Monday nights at twitch.tv/Sasam, SASAM. You can follow us each on Twitter. I'm at that lastly. She's at SasamBots. And you can join our Discord at shenanimegans.moe/Discord. Is that everything? I think that's everything.
I believe so. Did we upload last? Did I upload last week's episode?
Yeah, I double checked that.
Me. Okay.
It was like a half hour before the show started. I was like, "Oh wait, did we upload the thing? Oh no!" But I checked, and we did.
You sending me messages saying like bully or whatever, but I don't remember if I did it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we're good. We're all caught up.
Alright, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you actually can watch all the previous episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so yeah, that's about it. Thank you again for watching another week, and hopefully we'll see you again.
Yeah, see you next week.